So we've reviewed the planning guide that summarized just how John's doing in relation to the standards, and based on that, I've pulled out what I think are some areas of need that we might want to talk about. And it's a long list for John. It looks like math is not an area specifically we want to address. We're going to address some of the writing mechanics portions of that a little further along. But let's talk about reading foundations.
So some of the information we've been able to look at is it sounds like some of the support for reading is already being in place, supported with Cynthia in his special education setting. He does continue to need some more skill building with fluency and comprehension. And again, I think you're working on those in your class and study skills.
For reading comprehension, would everyone agree that access to grade level content is one of the priority areas we have for John?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. And when we looked at where John is in the standards, in the terms of his reading, for his comprehension, he's not meeting any of those standards at this time.
And I was thinking if we could put something down about John getting access to digital print, websites or whatever that might look like, and not just rely on text.
Okay. For writing mechanics, we've heard some concerns about John's handwriting in the context mostly of note-taking.
Oh, I'd like to further include any kind of worksheet. He has difficulty with.
And I'd also like to add that for math computation, he misses a lot of problems just because I can't read what he's written. I know he knows how to do the work, but because of his writing, I can't read it and gets a lot wrong.
I totally agree. The information, especially from that Colleen shared about his handwriting and his samples, it's really a challenge for him to write anything fast. And so we took a little bit closer look at utilizing the writing protocol, comparing his writing to his keyboarding. And his writing, again, we already know it's a challenge. He's probably about that 9 to 12 words per minute, but when I looked at his keyboarding, that was, again, a much greater success for him, and it's probably about that, 15 words per minute. So again, he's using two hands on the keyboard. I think it is an area that we need to continue to kind of help support.
Yeah, and I agree. He's developed great keyboarding skills, and that's really good for him, and that'll take him far. But, even though he's a quick keyboarder, he gets hung up on the spelling, and so that just really slows him down.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and also identify an area of need under the language standards, just because you brought up the challenges with spelling. Whether he can improve his spelling skills at this point in time or not at this age, we do need to be thinking of how to help him navigate around that challenge moving forward. Would everybody agree with that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Let's also talk about executive functioning, because I've heard a little bit pop up about that as well.
So again, we gathered some information. Again, team members were really good about identifying some of those challenges with his planning. And John even completed a little survey, and it really, again, validated that he has some challenges with, again, being organized, initiating tasks, remembering what to bring that needs to, happen in the classroom. I think those are really big issues for him.
Well, and there have been several times this year where he has not remembered to bring his Chromebook, and that is a huge issue because if he doesn't have his Chromebook, he's not able to get his work done. So I think we really should note that too. Okay.
So we have a lot of things to consider, and we'll need to really focus on things to try for him. So, a doable list of things to try for him. We could obviously do a lot, but we need to be realistic in what we can take on, and make some choices of things that might really make a difference for him.